let me actually throw SOFI to the top because I added that early this morning. In fact, I think last night I was talking about have your eyes on SOFI with light CPI. So let's talk about that next, all right? So SOFI, I think SOFI might be a top 5 pick today. So SOFI's been in the news. CEO was on, I think, CNBC last year, who was talking about, I think he said like we can have 30% year-over-year growth if there's 2 cuts this year, something like that. All right, SOFI all over my newsfeed all the time. Everyone loves this. There's a lot of hype, a lot of meme action in SOFI. So 682. We're right there right now. That's the 50 DMA, relatively low RSI. I think SOFI can go crazy today. It's possible this thing goes into the 7s, mid 7s, 760 target. All right. I might write that out as an official pick. So potential 760 target, 680 support.
Welcome. It is Tuesday, July 16th, and you don't get this type of analysis anywhere else. What we just saw, guess what, guys? That impacts markets. You know what we do at story trading? We look at catalysts, the impact of the catalyst on sentiment, on fundamentals, and then technicals. And guess what? Sentiment matters. Sentiment is part of fair market value, and there are catalysts every day which impact sentiment each and every day. And after 25 years of experience here, I'm able to do that. I'm able to see what is the sentiment of the market, what sort of catalyst impact sentiment. And let me tell you, last night's Trump event did impact sentiment and will impact markets. I'm going to get to explaining how in just a second. But first, let's just review our crazy picks from the last couple days. Unbelievable. Starting with Bitcoin, just as a reminder, here in our Discord, you can see our trade ideas right up here in the trade ideas. And we gave you Bitcoin at just the right time over here. Bitcoin on Sunday afternoon. Here is the thesis on Bitcoin. 61,000 to 64,000 target. We gave that to you at 60,200 just about half an hour before it exploded. We later upgraded that target to 65,000 because of the low RSI as it was approaching that, I believe, the 20-week moving average. So huge win in Bitcoin yesterday. Geo also was a big winner. And we gave it basically an avoid on DJT because we gave you a target range of 40 to 53, open to 53. So there we go. Large gap up. Hard to play that. And our community knew to avoid when we opened in the pre-market around 53. But that's just the beginning of it. Yesterday was incredible because we had swing ideas from Friday on NVACs, on SOFI, on cores. All right. And let's show you how that translated into making money over here. Head on over to our Discord. You can hop in to post your gains. There's a community member making 74% on SOFI. Here's myself here making 228% on NVACs, 35% on some other calls. We got SOFI calls up about 100%, cores call up about 100%. I took profits on nearly all of these. So yesterday was one of the most incredible days for our trade ideas. And again, that format that we presented to you with catalysts, the impact of catalysts on sentiment and fundamentals, and triangulate with technicals. No one quite like us can predict markets and these imminent moves in markets because our belief system, you won't find this out there. A lot of people think markets are inefficient. We believe they are efficient. What's the outgrowth of believing the market's efficient is that when there's a delta of information, there's a delta in price. So we take that delta of information and we analyze the impact on markets, and we can predict imminent changes in price. It's what we do best. No one does it quite like us. It was an unbelievable day for us yesterday. Now, this is a service for our story trading Discord community. This is probably going to be at least the last free preview we're doing for the week. All right. We've done it here now 3 days in a row. 3 days in a row. Excuse me. Just to showcase. I don't need a hot tea or something. Just to showcase how our community works. It is a fairly new Discord. I've been doing this for 25 years, but we just launched a Discord a couple weeks ago. So giving you guys an idea of what you get in our Discord. Not only you get the chat rooms and all those trade ideas throughout the week, but you do get this show each and every morning at 9 a.m. All right. There you go. Ooh, and look at that. We have an update on air. We have an update on NVACs as well. So oh my God, can I continue this show? Oh boy, what is going on here? 1 second, guys. All right, let's try now. All right, so NVACs hit our target at $15. We initiated at $12.70. Can you believe it? But we initiated at $12.70 right in the middle of this candle before the day closed out, right before the big moves. Hits our target to the penny, $15 our target. Guess what? I have an upgraded price target for you on NVACs. I'm not going to, if you want to see the thesis, there's fundamentals, $1.2 billion deal with Sanofi. There's going concern removed. There's a lot of things. But now we reassess our targets. When we hit the targets, I like to look at the moving averages and the RSIs to see where we're at. The daily RSI is still low. The weekly RSI is still low. I've upgraded NVACs to a swing target of $19, which is basically the was at the top of these candles. Shoot, yeah, it must have been the top of 18, actually 1740. Actually, you know what? 1740 to 1786 is a better spot than 19. 1740 to 1786. So I got to make sure, I got to check that, make sure what our target is on that. Anyway, SoFi, another big winner. Okay, our target here is 760. Let's modify that here to about 770. 50-day moving average or 745 this morning. Big, huge gains on SoFi. In fact, I think some of the call options I was in are should be up now a few 100%. I tried to sell half of them. Unfortunately, I actually sold all of them. Then I rolled into next week, a $7 and $7.50 strike for next week. But the $7 calls for this week, I think I picked them up at 16 cents. They're probably going to open at like 55 cents or something. So anyway, SoFi working out, getting to the top of our target here. And we'll reassess, once we hit 770, we'll look at it tonight and maybe we'll extend that trade idea. And then we had Core's big winner, courtesy of The Godfather. If you want to subscribe to The Godfather, go to storytrading.com/The Godfather. But Friday, he gave us a great call to buy the dip on Friday. It was a top pick yesterday because of what was going on with Bitcoin. And if you haven't seen our thesis on Bitcoin, you can check it out in our community. How did we know Bitcoin was going to explode? How did we connect the sentiment of Trump, most likely now becoming the next president? Almost everyone universally agrees on that at this point. How do we connect that to Bitcoin? And check out our thesis, how we knew that. Anyway, because of that, Coors became a top pick yesterday. Already was a top pick. Friday already we had a swing trade idea on this, and we gave you an alert last night. There was a dislocation. All the crypto stocks were up in after hours. Bitcoin was up, and this thing was down a couple percent at 1080. We gave you an alert. Some people picked that up yesterday at 1080. PBI hitting our target. There's a trade idea that we gave you a couple weeks ago, when the stock was, I don't know, probably $6. We gave you a target of 650 to 750, gapping up this morning now 710. So right in the middle of our target. That trade idea is still open. So congratulations if you've been following us on that trade idea. You're going to get a nice big fat exit. Probably a good idea to start taking some off the table because we're right in the middle of the target between 650 and 750. I don't like waiting for the exact target. As we get closer to target, scale out. As we get closer to support, scale in. That's how we recommend here at Story Trading. So PBI, a great place. If you've been in it the last couple weeks since we called it, it's now a big percentage gain for you. Air, near the top of our target. We gave you this idea at like $12. Oh my gosh. Actually, it was, around $12. It's all documented. You can go into the Discord Trade Ideas room over here. In fact, you can see here, initiated at 12.17 with a 17 target. How do you like that? Initiated at 12.17 with a 17 target as an earnings anticipation play. Earnings is this afternoon. How did we know? Can anyone come close to our analysis? Unbelievable. Look at this. 16.54 here in pre-market. We have earnings today after the close. So we'll be hand-holding our audience on how to play earnings this afternoon. There's an update in the community, what to look for. Potentially, this is the top. Potentially, we go up a few more dollars. So Air on top watch. Check out the trade idea in our community. Now, some catalysts for this morning to go through. Tesla sentiment high. This is interesting. So Elon Musk opens a super PAC, donating some $45 million to Trump every month from now through the election. This is not just like a DJT sentiment, right? Where, Elon Musk is aligned with Trump. I support Trump, so I'm just going to bid up the stock. That's not what this is. If Elon Musk is giving Trump $45 million a month for 4 months, all right, this is how the real world works. You don't think that Trump at some point, Musk is going to go to Trump and say, help me out with some EV policies, help me out with whatever policies that are good for his business, and Trump is going to be more receptive to that. That's how I don't care who he is. You can't criticize anyone for that. That's actually how the real world works. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican or an independent or you're Trump or you're Biden or you're Obama, doesn't matter. This is how the world actually works. So I think there's going to be a bid under Tesla here because people are speculating that not only is Trump going to win, but that administration is going to end up being good for Elon Musk and his businesses. So that's, I think, the reason why they're seeing Tesla jump up 1%. You know what? I forgot to do the macro overview. Let's quickly look at the macro, okay? Because IWM hit our target. When light CPI came out this morning here, when we were at open to 207, on that show, we gave you a target of 216 to 217. On that show, we said it's 217. absolutely accurate, on point. After 3 days, 217, 3 full trading days, we hit our 217 target. Now we're gapping up above 219. Look, I'm very, very bullish small caps. As I was explaining last week, I think the rotation is in, okay? Now we're rotating small caps. It's in, it's happened. We saw the signs before the IWM broke out. If you were with us, you knew how we saw those signs. And now we're back into small caps in a big way. But, you know, at this point, we're gapping up above that resistance level that had 216, 217. I don't know the path it's going to take. All right. What I can tell you is now's a good time to talk about last night. Okay. Talk about last night, Trump almost crying on stage. What impact does that have on markets? Well, I think the emotions he showed on stage, all right, and it does matter what I think because I have 25 years of experience doing this, okay? I know the emotions he showed on stage is going to increase his popular vote by 1 or 2% in November, and that will dramatically increase the odds of him winning. Look, the Trump trade has only been 1 day. Today's Tuesday. So Monday, we saw a bid in certain sectors, right? We saw it in crypto. We saw it in oil services, OIH. We saw it in Bitcoin. We even saw it in gold, and I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so, you know, people are going to be very bullish about certain sectors of the economy now with almost guaranteed Trump administration. And to me, those almost tears and that emotional showing on stage last night seals it. And guess what? Who watches these shows? Who also have 25 years of experience? Hedge fund managers, you know, institutional managers. They watch these shows. They also have these opinions. They know what's going on. They're going to put more money to work. All right. I'm not saying the market's going to explode again today. Well, you do see IWM up 1% already pre-market. But what I'm saying is there's going to be an underlying bid in this market. So you can buy the dips, especially in the small caps. You can buy these dips, especially in oil services name. OIH is an ETF for that. All right. We have gold that's getting a bid because JD Vance apparently came out and said he wants to devalue the US dollar to increase exports. So you can assume that's a conversation he had with Trump. And yesterday morning, we talked about this gold chart. Look at that W pattern in that gold chart. Pull up the weekly, riding up that 20-week moving average. Very, very bullish gold chart. And now you have the sentiment of what just happened. Combine JD Vance's comments with the almost tears on stage. All right. And that gives a stronger underlying bid to all of the Trump ideas. Okay. And overall, in the whole economy, SPY, QQQ, they might correct. They might correct at some point, especially in this rotation, SPY, QQQ, but you're going to see the bid. You're going to see the bid come in, anticipating the Trump presidency, which most money managers are interpreting is good for the economy. All right. So that was, I was at Tesla when I talked about Tesla. All right. Why did I talk about that? Because gold was next. All right. So that's like the macro picture, and the underlying bid you're going to be seeing here kind of related to Tesla as well, because of this expectation that now Trump is going to be in charge of the next administration. All right. A few other catalysts to look at this morning. We have CSIQ, which had like a really big contract the other day, and we had it as a trade idea, and it didn't work out for us. And someone in our community did, because I put a stop loss on it, and we got out of it according to the trade idea, and then it exploded 2 days later. And now this morning, it got a big upgrade. It was down yesterday. Now, because solar is seen as something that may be hurt. Solar is something that could be hurt by a Trump administration. But Musk is in solar. Breaking news last night, 45 million a month. And now this morning, JP Morgan upgrades CSIQ to $20 from 17. So CSIQ might be in play here. Uber, a huge upgrade. One of the biggest ones that caught my eye this morning. Uber, it was not Wolf Research. It was another one. Let me check the Discord. Hold on, because I don't see it here easily. So let's go to our news over here on Uber. And it was Wolf Research. Wolf Research. All right, not the best of the names, but a huge target, $90 target on Uber. No, you know what was that caught my eye the most? It was Shop, because I think that was Bank of America. So Shop got a huge, there we go. Bank of America, 82 targets. So what I look at, like, what are the best analyst upgrades I look at in the morning that are actionable? It's a reputable company, right? Like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs. Like, these are really reputable companies, and a price target that's far away from the current price. So $82, far away from the 64. So actually Shop, one of the most interesting analyst upgrades that could be actionable today, especially since it was down in the most recent number of days. Okay, so Shop could be in play. Oh my God, it's 9:28 a.m. All right, and then we have RCAT. We have a thesis out by The Godfather. You can check it out. Snap, our trade is still on Snap. Geo, our trade is still on Geo. Another one that we had big gains on yesterday. Trade is still on for AMLX. All right, so add it all up. What are the top picks going to be today? I got to focus on air, but I'm not going to make a bet on that for ER. All right, I'm going to end up selling about 30 to 40% of my position before the ER, and then we'll see if we get the next. I think there's a very good chance we'll get good news, the news we want to hear, and we can be heading to the 1920 range. But check out the trade idea in our community, get the details on that. SOFI looks ready to hit that 767.70 level. No, it's 760 level. So that'll be up there for at least a partial exit here at 760. I got to put gold in play, or gold, GDX, any kind of gold related names because of this commentary from JD Vance. And then let's put shop and CSIQ up there. All right. So I'm not saying buy these right at the open. All right. The only ones I have trade ideas for, I gave you an updated trade idea on NVAC, an updated trade idea on AIR. SOFI trade ideas open, but we don't currently have trade ideas open on CSIQ, shop, or gold. All right. I may have to write these up later, but I think these are a good top 5 to have in play today. Probably not in that order. Let's just throw SOFI up at the top, and we'll do shop. We'll do CSIQ second, actually. Yeah, I like this order. All right. And you know what? I have to do NVAC. I'm going to throw NVAC instead of AIR because AIR is like an earnings play. We'll comment on it after the earnings tonight. So SOFI, CSIQ, shop, gold, and NVAC. Your top 5 for today. Good luck, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Head on over to storytrading.com/Discord. We have a plan. You can join for just $9.99. The first 5 people will join for the first month. Check out our Twitter. Go to x.com. Go to our profile. It's pinned to the top. Okay. Limited time offer, just $10. $9.99 for the first month to try us out as the market opens here. And good luck, everyone. We'll see you in our community.